What's going on, everybody? It's Bryce here with Ghost Picks. This is not going to be your typical Ghost Picks video. This is a informative a video, something to watch and learn from. I'm going to be breaking down some soccer here for you guys. Obviously, with COVID going on, the NBA still up in the air whether or not they're trying to fit it in, but will they have it? Who knows? MLB supposed to be coming back. It is coming back. And in a few weeks, NFL, whatever. But right now, as of July 3rd, 2020, if you want to invest in sports, if you want to wager on sports day in and day out, you're going to have to do it on sports that you're probably not familiar with, or maybe not even comfortable with. That's what we're here for. That's why consultants are in place. We are here to help you learn, help you grow, help you build your bankroll, help you manage your bankroll, and that's what we're here for. We're not here. I say we. Team Bryce, Patrick, and myself, we're not in this position to, for you to hop on a package and use that package or that write-up to confirm you liking a play or disliking a play. That's not what we're here for. If you're looking to buy a package because we have a play in a certain game and you're wanting to bolster the way you feel about it, this ain't for you. We're in this business to help you learn, help you grow, put some money in your pocket along the way. That's what we're here for. We're providing quality information, statistics, and algorithms backing all this, backing everything that we do, and that's what we're about. So, like I said, if you're using consultation services to make you feel better about a play, maybe Team Bryce is not for you. Point blank. Team Bryce is just not for you. If that's what you're using it for, we're not for you. If you're in it to learn and grow, get better every single day, put yesterday behind you, win, lose, or draw. You put yesterday behind you and take your best foot forward the next day, then Team Bryce is definitely for you. And that's all I'm going to say about that and the consultation and everything. This video is strictly informative. Soccer is one of the sports that you can bet on right now or invest on. And a lot of people are missing out on soccer right now for the sheer fact that they just don't understand it, and it's overwhelming. There's a ton of leagues. There's so many leagues. Every country has 2-3 leagues. It's a ton of information. The lines are weird, and so people really just don't focus on it, and they don't take the time to learn it. So this video is going to help you learn soccer, and make you a little more comfortable investing on it and wagering on it. First thing, if you want to be successful investing in soccer long term, with or without Team Bryce, this is not here to get you on board with us, although we would like you on board. But if you want to invest and make money at soccer long term, the first thing you need to do is have multiple books, more than one avenue to place that wager, whether it be a local book, a local proxy, or Bovada. Whatever the case may be, sportsbooks.ag or even a sports book, at an actual book, Westgate out in Vegas or whatever the case may be. You need to have multiple avenues to place that wager. Soccer lines are different than every other line in any other sport. They're not the same. They're different book to book. Some books you're going to have numbers that you're familiar with, and some books you're going to have numbers you're not familiar with. Those numbers that you're not familiar with are going to be called Asian handicap lines. And just point simple, what that means is if you have a line such as Chelsea minus the minus 1.25 tomorrow over Watford, that's an actual line. And what that means is you are going to be taking Chelsea minus 1. For half your wager. So let's say you put $200 on it. $100 is going to be on Chelsea minus the 1. The other $100 is going to be on Chelsea minus 1.5. In order for you to clear both bets, Chelsea has to win by two or more. You clear both bets. If Chelsea wins by 1, you push the minus 1 and you lose the minus 1.5. That's what confuses so many people. That's Asian handicapping to a T. So if you have the Asian handicap, whether it be minus 1.25, or it might say minus 1 and minus 1.5, and you get confused. Why am I seeing two numbers? That's what that means. You're taking half action at both odds. That is why it's important to have multiple books for soccer. You might have you might come across a book that, it's -1 and 1 1/4. So you got -1 and -1.5 tomorrow for Chelsea over Watford. You go to the next book, that book has it at -1, or maybe they might have it -1.5. They might not use Asian handicap lines. So it's very important to shop lines with soccer. If you don't have the ability to shop multiple lines and multiple books, it's going to be hard for you to win long term, because so many of these games end in ties. They end right on the number. These lines are fairly sharp, and that's why they came up with Asian handicap lines. The next thing is you need to know, there's a difference between stoppage time and extra time. 99.99% of all books, no matter what the case may be, they're going to be using the full time, which is 90 minutes, plus stoppage time. Stoppage time means if they're playing during the game and there's an injury or subs or whatever, and the ref holds his hand up, they're basically calling time without calling time. It's a running clock, but they're still keeping track of how much time actually went off the clock without actually being in play. So you'll see the 45 minute in the first half. You'll say 45 plus 2 or 45 plus 3. That's the stoppage time. That those 2 or 3 minutes is the stoppage time added on to that 45 minutes. Same with the full time at 90 minutes. So you'll see 90 plus the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever the case may be. That's stoppage time. A lot of people get that confused with extra time, and that's not extra time. Extra time is if once that 90 plus the stoppage is over, there's 15 minutes of extra time, 2 15-minute periods. And that is only for big tournaments like the World Cup or Copa America or whatever the case may be. They only use that for tournaments and in games that actually matter and games that can't end in a tie. So every book that you use is going to be using the stoppage time. So after 90 minutes, if it's 1-1, it's a draw. That's the end of it. So don't confuse extra time with stoppage time. So read your book's rules and understand if that book ends, can end in a tie, or if you're getting the line, into extra time, which odds are you're probably not. They call it three-way betting. It's just like hockey. But those are like the 3 things that you need to know when you're betting soccer or investing in soccer. Is one, got to have more than one book. If you get on a soccer package with me, the first thing I'm going to do is say, hey, how many books do you have, and do you understand these lines? It's very important. You need to have multiple books and shop these lines. If you don't have multiple books, it's very important that you're able to buy down some of these lines. You pay a little bit of juice to buy it down, but just like in the NFL, you're buying the hook or whatever. I will 1,000% am more likely to buy the hook or buy that line down in soccer versus any other sport, because these lines are always, they're very close to being right almost all the time. So that's why they came up with Asian handicapping. So shop lines. If you're not able to shop lines, if you can't have more than one book, have a book to where you can buy lines down. Understand what Asian handicapping is. Half your wager is on one, half your wager is on the other. If you still don't understand that, you can email me at bryce.ghostpicks@gmail.com. We'll set up a time and I'll go over it with you. I have no problem explaining this to anybody. I can give you website referrals and really kind of break it down for you guys if you don't understand what I'm saying. If with half action being one way and half action being the other. And the last thing is just knowing whether or not your book counts extra time or stoppage time. And most leagues, all leagues right now in regular season they don't have extra time. So there's no overtime. Every action is 3-way. So if you understand those things and you can shop lines, you can be successful wagering at soccer long term. Soccer is very profitable through Team Bryce for us at Team Bryce. I personally, we've had soccer the entire time that we've been on. We've been on with Ghost Picks coming up on a year now, and we've had soccer since day one. I personally have been doing soccer since I think around like 2016. I was at a card game playing some cards with some friends, and I bumped into this guy, and we were talking about sports betting and everything, and he said he only does soccer, and he actually kind of joked that he's looking for another book because he's been cut off by so many because he only plays soccer and he wins so much. And I thought he was joking, so I took him up on it. And this guy is no joke. He wins at soccer more than anybody more than anybody I've ever seen in any sport. He's well over 65% in soccer for dating back to 2016 when I've known him, and I've been keeping up with it. He's part of Team Bryce. He gives us soccer plays from August to January. right now, all the soccer plays we're doing is Patrick and myself. Patrick is a very sharp guy, one of the smartest guys that I know. He's 25 years old with a master's in analytics, can probably do anything you want with a computer and math. And he generates algorithms for every single sport that we handicap. And then I just have a very good knowledge of sports rules, how things works. I have a feel for the game, so to speak. And you combine my feel for the game, Patrick's analytics and his algorithms, and my buddy his knowledge in soccer, the other guy that I have. We're a very dynamic three-man team here with Team Bryce's Soccer, and we've been doing it. Like I said, I've been doing it for 3 years on my own. I've been doing it a year with Ghost Picks, and if you're not on board with somebody in soccer, give us a strong look. We take it very seriously right now. This week, I do it. I keep up with our totals a week at a time. This week, I've got it looking at it right now. We're 6-2 on the week since Monday, plus 13 units, plus 1,051 bucks. So plus $1,000 if you'd jumped on a week package for soccer, you're up $1,000 this week, and it's only Friday. We have 4 plays that we really like right now going in for tomorrow. Big slate of games for tomorrow. We've got 4 plays we like. We'll probably release 2, maybe 3 of them on our premium card. Give the other whatever we don't release as a strong lean, and we'll go from there. So hope you guys are going to have a happy 4th of July. Stay safe out there, and remember, no matter what we're going through as a country right now, we still live in the best country in the world. You can take it from me because I've seen other countries in the world. Having a military background, I've been overseas. I've seen some things that really I wish I wouldn't have, and I know we seem divided a lot of times, and over topics that some might agree with, some might not agree with. But at the end of the day, we still live in the best country in the world, and you can take that to the bank. If you don't believe me, go spend some time, go spend a few months in another country, and you'll come back to the United States with a different appreciation of things. So have a happy 4th of July, and stay safe out there. If you guys want on board with soccer, check us out. Get linked up with us. If you still don't understand everything I was saying with Asian handicap lines, hit me up at bryce.ghostpicks@gmail.com. At the end of the day, we're a customer service based business. We offer consultation, and that's what we do with Team Bryce. So if you don't understand something, hit me up. I'll be glad to go over it with you. And that's it. So most of my clients long term have my personal cell phone number. We text on a regular, and I look forward to growing with each and everybody that jumps on, and putting some money in our pockets with this soccer stuff. We've got golf going right now. We're very sharp with golf. Patrick just released an algorithm with golf, and it's just absolutely just phenomenal for this Rocket Mortgage tournament. We've got NASCAR. We've been dialing with NASCAR, and we're really just kind of enjoying some of these other sports that don't really get a lot of attention right now. And some of these sports offer some very good plus money odds. So we've just been killing and capitalizing on that plus money, and rocking and rolling. So 6-2 this week on soccer, plus the 13 units, plus 1,051 to your pocket. So if you would have liked to have an extra grand this week, all you had to do was jump on our soccer for the week. You'd be up $1,000. I think that's it for you guys. So hopefully this video reaches you, and you have a better understanding for soccer. So I'll close you guys with the last 3 things if you want to be successful in investing in soccer, and that's 1, have multiple books to shop these lines. 2, make sure you understand the Asian handicap lines. You have half action one way, half action on the other. You got to clear them both to win your bet. If you lose one, you're likely to lose. If you lose, you're going to lose one and push the other likely. That's the most likely scenario. And know if your book is counting it as a 3-way, which is stoppage time, which is 99.9999% of the time, with the exception of some tournaments or have extra time. So make sure you know that. One more thing that I didn't mention, there's a pick in some games that are close. You might have a pick and a money line option. The difference between the two is if you take a pick in soccer, that is taking that team to win, and a draw is a no bet. If you take the money line, they have to win the game outright in regulation and stoppage time. If they do not win it out, if they do not win, if it's a draw or a loss, that's a loss bet. If you take them at a pick and it's a draw, it's a no bet. If they win, it's a win. If it's a loss, it's a loss. So that's the difference between a pick and a money line. A lot of people don't know that. So know the difference between a pick and a money line. no Asian handicapping, and shop multiple books. If you don't shop multiple books, have a way to buy that line up or down in your favor. That's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys understand it. If you don't, bryce.ghostpicks@gmail.com. As always, thank you for stopping by. Good luck, God bless, and grind on.